there's great reflections as you go into the portal. Okay. You go in and see all the things in your life that you're meant to see. I'm going to choose an I am card. And the question that I actually have for myself is about I'm building myself a house right now. So it's a very simple, basic question. We all have many different sorts of questions, but I thought I would ask one around the house. And the question I have around the house is, how am I going to actually make use of this beautiful home once it's finished? Okay. Because when I first started, it was an incredible long process, as you can imagine, building a house, myself and a friend. And it felt like it was never going to end. And now the structure's going up. And but I can even ask the question for the first time, and I haven't asked this before, what does this house really mean to me? How am I going to use it? How am I going to make it so that it's of great service, not just to myself, but to others? So here I'm going to start to feel through the cards. I like to sort of hold the cards close to my heart. I like to touch almost every single card because I want to find one card here that has a message for me today. And here I have one card. I wonder what it is. Oh, I'll put the other cards down. I am the cycles and rhythms of life. Well, there's an amazing image on here. And there's what I call timelessness. It's a circular motion that is never ending. It's never beginning, it's never ending. It just goes on and on. And that's the story of our lives, of my life. And so obviously there are many, many meanings and reasons why I'm building this house, and I'm just starting to learn about them, and Portals is helping me do that. It's a little bit wild on the outside. It's a little bit like it's on fire. It's like a wheel on a racing car that's going so fast that it's creating a lot of heat and generating a lot of energy. Okay, so I can imagine that myself, I'm going to actually use my home as not only a home for Ronski, but a home for many people. And what I think I know already, but I'm getting reinforcement here is, of course, there's times when I just want to be alone in my home. But there are many times when I want to share this wonderful space that I'm creating. It's not only meant for me. This home is meant for many people. I just will be initially one of the major inhabitants. But I can tell you, I've been building this house to last for hundreds of years, literally. And I think about that all the time. And so I'm just sowing seeds here for a house that will be used. And I'm getting a little bit of a message as well that maybe there won't be an owner to the house after me. What comes around goes around and will flow in the endless cycle of forever. I'll put that card down there right now. And here I'm moving on to the I feel cards. Isn't that a lovely Portals image that Ignatz created? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So let me hold the cards close and feel them. So letting my fingers here touch every card. It's not often understood that in the creation of these cards has amazing energy, a lot of feeling, a lot of thought, a lot of time, a lot of action, a lot of expressed needs is in these cards. I love intimacy. I don't like distance. I've been so distant most of my life, and it hasn't served me very well being a distant person. I love being a close person, an affectionate person, someone that can touch. I'm tactile and what do we got? Let's see. Oh, wow. I feel beauty. I feel beauty. Look at that. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but beauty is everywhere. Oh, I feel so good about this card. Why do I feel so good about this card? Well, in the creation of this card, I have recognized that beauty lives inside of me waiting to be expressed. Of course, when my eyes look out and see the world, I see beauty everywhere. Wherever I look, there's nothing. Even in my room here, as I look around and I see my little magical lights here on the side of the wall and things and everything else. Beauty is here. But most of all, I have been taking the time to create a beautiful home. I've been putting energy into the beauty around the land, around the home, the landscaping, as well as the beauty of the home. We were doing something today, which was a combination of practicality and beauty. And that was, we had this huge overhang on, and the roof needs to be really well supported because we're putting tons of these tiles on the roof, literally a few tons. And the roof needs to be very, very strong to hold those tiles. I mean, very strong. And so, but we were adding some strengthening, but trying to make it beautiful. And but this is reminding me. So I'm very happy to have this card because it's bringing me back to recognize that I must never sacrifice beauty for getting the job done. And it's very easy in the world we live of being very, as I say, matter of fact, pragmatic, make it happen, and then there's a loss of quality. Okay, that so yay! Thank you, beautiful card. Beauty lives inside of me now as I choose I need card. I'm waiting for as Ignatz has said, for the fingertips to speak. There we are. There it is. Aha. Wow. Touch. I need touch. Wow. So this is an interesting card in terms of, you know, how does touch then relate to my home? Not just building, but my home. I think the first thing is when I look at closeness from the images that you created. Perhaps the expression overall that comes up for me is, I want my house to touch people deeply. I want them to feel very, very comfortable. They can trust. Maybe, and I can imagine this has been true for me. Touch has been a big part of my life, Ignatz, all my life. I've been a therapist, massage therapist, body work, a sex therapist, and everything else. So touch has been very, very important to me. So I can imagine that I'm going to use this space to allow people to experience more intimacy, more touch, more closeness, a more sense of belonging, being part of something. That's my bigger dream as well. Yeah, touch has been perhaps one of the biggest things in my life because when I was a child, I wasn't touched at all. not 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 cuddled, not held, not touched. And so that was one of the reasons that I eventually became a massage therapist, was because I needed touch. But one way I could experience having a lot of touch was by touching other people. And I feel very, very blessed. I'm happy to share with people, Um, I have one or two massages every week. And I have a wonderful person, a beautiful man that's giving me those sessions. That while I'm building my house, he's helping me. So stay there, because for an old man building a house, it's hard on the body. And I've needed his touch to be able to continue to go back, work a 40-hour week and put in the hours that it takes to actually build a home. So that's a little bit about the cards that I've received today. And perhaps I will just self-initiate here. I'm just going to close my eyes, take 30 seconds, and then give a review summary of what's coming up for me in this moment. In just a few sentences, my card, the I Am card I chose, was the Rhythms and Cycles of Life. And I think a recognition that there's more than just Ronski. I think Ronski knows that because he's always in service, but it's good to be reinforced, okay, around why we do things. And I'm not really building this house for myself. I'm building this house for everyone in the future that ever is going to actually come and visit the house while I'm alive and live and be in the house during my lifetime and for many years afterwards. And maybe it'd be one of those homes that 400 or 500 years from now, it actually still is just as good, because I'm really putting in a lot of conscious thought and design into making sure it's the most protected, safe, comfortable, wonderful, amazing house that it was ever built and stuff, with my limited capacity to be able to build at the same time. So the second card that I got for feeling a feeling of beauty, and I think I've really expressed that quite well, is life is a beautiful experience. My home is going to be a place of beauty, place of simplicity as well. I don't want it to be complicated, but these cards are helping me make some wise choices now, because I'm getting into the stage. Before, it's been the structural look and visual look, okay. Now I'm getting into the texture and the colors that might be in there, and the feeling of either warmth or how much light is being able to come on in through the windows and stuff, etc. And then what was my need? My need here was for touch. I think that touch in its many manifestations. I am touched deeply by the cards in the Portals game, but I'm also touched deeply by my own creative journey. And that life in the cycles and rhythms has given me this incredible opportunity, the ability to be able to afford to actually build a beautiful home. I don't have to go to the bank to do it. That's very different from most people. It gives you a lot of freedom. And so I certainly see my home as one that touches people deeply. And when they come there, they feel that their heart, the card's similar to you, loving presence, okay? They come into loving presence inside themselves when they come into my home. And a light goes on for them. They go into their portal, through their portal. Who knows where they will go from there? But whenever a person comes to my home, they'll be on a portal's journey for sure. Portals is a transformative, therapeutic, healing card game that will take you in new directions. A quest into your unknown. This one-of-a-kind product will be with you for many years to come. Portals is a lifelong learning game that will become a living room friend. This life-changing creation is dedicated to supporting change in your life. The visual artwork, which most of it was done here by this incredible man, Ignatz. Oh wow, and it snaps back. Whoa, classy, classy. Here it is. There are 108 cards that have been handcrafted with amazing images and poetic writing. Ones that are thought-provoking and will reach deeply into your inner world. There are 36 I Am cards, which identify the major archetypes in every person, both in men and women. When you pull one of these cards, you get to explore and discover your essences, the core of who you are. There are 36 I Feel cards, which help you to recognize how you are feeling and encourage you to express your feelings in loving ways, not to hold back, to share yourself. The feeling cards expand your feeling vocabulary, help you become a better communicator and relate in a more intimate way. There are in the box also 36 I Need cards to help you get your needs met. Portals helps you recognize what you need. When your needs are met, you feel alive. You feel present, grounded, centered, fulfilled, more content, and peaceful. There are 3 durable mats for tabletop usage, which enhance your imagination, your engagement in the game, and your general experience. In the box is a booklet that includes instructions on how to play the game of Portals. A glossary too, to expand your awareness and understanding, and access to online resources that will help you to get the most out of your playing experience. The content is children friendly and great for teenagers. What can you expect? You can expect a transformative experience, healing, emotional well-being, thought-provoking journey into your unknown. Portals is a transformative and awakening game. Invest in your future. Deepen your understanding. Make yourself a priority. Get this wonderful gift today.